The Bible says that a man who commits adultery lacks understanding, and you are dealing with a man who doesn't understand. So cheating is very painful, and when you find out that your husband or your wife, the person you chose to stay with for the rest of your life, is cheating on you with another person, it is very painful. And so many people today have thought of quitting marriages because of cheating. They try to figure out what next. You feel betrayed, you feel so bad, and in today's video, I'm going to give you some of the tips that will help you to make your husband leave his side chick. You are welcome to my YouTube channel, Marriage Tips in Asperia. If you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. I'll be right back. Number one, pray for him. Now, don't tell me that prayer doesn't work. Prayer works so well. The Bible says, God himself says that what is impossible with man is possible with God. Now, tell God about your husband. God gave you that husband or that wife. Speak to God about him. Tell him the person you gave me is cheating on me. And that is not your will. That is not good. How do I go about this? In this case, the prayer that will work is not a one-day prayer. One night prayer, just pray and then tomorrow be like, I prayed last night, things didn't work. You don't do like that. You pray earnestly, fervently, every time. Devoted to God every time, knowing that I am trusting God who has power to change this situation, who has power to touch the heart of my husband. Pray earnestly, pray fervently, pray without ceasing. When you look at the Bible in the book of James chapter 5, the Bible says the actual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. You have to pray every time, trusting in the Lord with all your heart, leaning not on your own understanding. Sometimes we want to pray for our marriages, but yet we have already plans in our minds. If it doesn't work, I do this. God says, don't pray when you're wavering, when you're doubting, because he says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Now, choose to trust in the Lord to fix your marriage because he can fix it. He is the author of marriage. If you find that your husband is cheating, before you do any other thing, tell God about it because God is the only one who has power. In Proverbs, it says the heart of a king is in his hands. Just like rivers, he turns it wherever he wants it to go. He has power over your husband. So sit down and pray for your marriage. Pray for your husband because what is in your husband is a bad spirit and sometimes it's out of his control. It is only God who can change him. Pray. Trust God. 2, respect your husband regardless of whatever is happening in his life. Respect is the only language that a cheating man can understand. Sometimes when a husband or you catch him cheating, you feel like, what is the worst guy on earth? We speak bad things that are so hard and they make their hearts so hard. And we are naturally proud creatures. In our lives, there's no good thing. So when they bring out pride, they cannot feel like they're doing wrong. Actually, some men can turn guilt into, anger, and they even want to make you apologize for what you have not done. Now, if you respect this guy, you still look at him as your husband, as a father to your children, regardless of his cheating. There is a high chance that he can come back to you. But when you disrespect him and you speak bad and you abuse him and you humiliate him, you make him go to wherever, you make him encouraged to be with his side chick. Because remember, you are in a competition. This woman is pulling him to her side and you also want him back in your life. So you must make sure you are able to compete so well. Respect is very good. Even the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 33 that every woman should reverence her husband. Now, God did not say that we should respect only good husbands who don't cheat, who don't do anything. He said your husband. So if he's your husband, it doesn't matter whatever is happening. You respect him. Treat him well. Treat him well. Speak to him well. Don't tell the entire world, be careful of how you speak to your husband every time you catch him cheating. Your tongue has power to bring him back or to make him go far away from you. Respect your husband and God will help you. Number 3, focus on yourself. Now, when you get your husband cheating, so many women, what they do They focus on the other side chick. They want to call them, abuse them, find them somewhere, beat them up. They forget to focus on themselves. Now, every time you do that, remember, you're giving the devil a chance to make you bitter, to make you angry, to make you disrespect your husband. Now, instead of doing that, focus on yourself. Eat well, dress well, still cook for yourself food. Continue to live life. Continue to go to church and pray. In that, you get peace of mind. And your husband can come back. But sometimes many ladies do not want to focus on themselves. They don't even want to make hair. They don't want to eat food. So someone loses weight and becomes like as if they have been sick for all along. And now when your husband looks at you, he's like, that woman, maybe I don't want to go to her. She doesn't even look good. Focus on yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your children. Don't make these children bitter against their father. And don't bring all those challenges and mix them with children. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on that side chick. Don't even call them to abuse them, to threaten them. When you do that, you actually make your husband go to them in sympathy. My wife will not do anything. You will come in their defense and doing all those sorts of things. If you focus on yourself, there is a high chance that your husband can come back to you. Therefore, do not think of divorce. Sometimes when something happens in marriage, with the first thing, I would divorce you. Then so many times women go out to look for papers and then bring to the men, sign these papers. I'm no longer interested in this marriage. You know what? The Bible says that a man who commits adultery lacks understanding. And you are dealing with a man who doesn't understand. So he can't even get the papers, sign them, and throw them because he wants you out of his life. In that situation, you no longer even count in his life because he lacks understanding. So do not think of divorce. Don't even go to bring divorce papers to him. Pray about this situation. If you really love your marriage, pray. Don't think of divorce, because once you think of divorce, the devil is going to bring all things easier. He's even going to give you a free lawyer so that you go and chase that divorce and you're divorced. And what will happen? Your man now have freedom to marry whatever he wants. So don't think of divorce. Even if he's the one telling you or threatening you to divorce, know that marriage is a lifetime commitment and it's a covenant between you and your husband before God. And God respects covenants. So divorce should not be an option, because it will not heal him from cheating. Neither will it stop him from cheating. Don't think of divorce. Think about giving your marriage to God and let him fix it. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's so frustrating to be cheated on. I know how it feels, because I personally don't want to be cheated on, but when it happens, take it to Jesus in prayer. If you haven't yet subscribed, please kindly consider subscribing, like the video, share it with your friends. And for now, it's a goodbye.